Hola, señores y caballeros.
Good evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas welcoming you to the Mexico City Plaza here in Mexico City. Our main event should be a good one tonight.
Introducing first.
10 rounds in the middleweight division. This should be a good one tonight. Both fighters say they are primed, coming off a very intense and passionate training camp.
And his opponent across the ring, the Warrior, Anderson.
Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do, as round one is underway. Nice block by Brooks. Nice, sharp, fundamentally sound hook right there, and it served him well. Well-timed by Anderson. He took a step back, landed the counterpunch.
Exactly what he wanted to do.
Solid left hand scored by Brooks. Look at this, another power punch able to land. We're early on in this fight, he's going for it.
Yeah, you wonder if he's got a car waiting outside.
A sound combination by Anderson. Right there, the power shot after blocking his opponent's effort. And now they're trading blows. And we come to the end of the round. Brooks' cornermen not just tending to him physically here, but really trying to give him back some confidence after being tagged in that last round. A target on his head, and he places the hook right on it. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. He falls victim to that big hook. Solid. Oh, he goes down hard, and now he's got a real problem ahead of him. Plenty of time for his opponent to jump on him. One, damn it, two. Brooks is going to have to pull himself together here. Now, he beat the count, but still a lot of work to do.
Yeah, a lot of work because he doesn't have the benefit of his legs. Can't move around there wobbly right now. So what he's got to do is grab on a little bit and walk. Walk to the ropes, kill some time, make the referee come in between you and break you.
Anderson's hurt by a superb hook to the head. On the mark, the counter punch by Anderson. Anderson's probably thinking to himself that he found an early answer. The counter punch doing damage here.
And his opponent's thinking, what the heck am I doing? Am I shadow boxing? Because I'm not finding nothing. But I tell you, if I am shadow boxing, that shadow, it has a little bit of a punch. It's hitting me back.
Parries the punch, comes back with the hook. We always see great athletes week in and week out, but Teddy, what sport do you think can produce the best boxers?
Well, believe it or not, basketball. Everybody would say football. We saw Too Tall Jones. He got demolished by little guys. We saw Gastineau. He got demolished. We saw Highsmith. He got demolished. A lot of football players haven't done well, but basketball players, they have the physical skill sets where they can make a pretty good fighter. Of course, you have to get a guy that mentally is adjusted.
End of that round, and the knockdown was scored. Now, Teddy, the fighter who was floored, how do you treat him? Do you go soft on him when he comes back, or do you get right in his face? What's the way to approach it?
You have to know your fighter. You have to know the temperament of your fighter. Some guys, you know, they just kind of crawl up into a ball, and they don't come out of it if you get too strong with them. Other guys, they react well to that. So you got to know what he reacts to, first of all. And the most important thing, you have to get information. Why did he get dropped? You had your right hand down, you got hit the hook, get your right hand up. You'll be okay.
Downstairs with a right hand. Brooks is trying to steady himself in this round after being knocked down in the previous round. Teddy, how much can really happen? Big left hand. Oh! Oh, and now the real test. Can he get up after going down a second time?
One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Brooks is still in a tough spot here. Don't get fooled just thinking he beat the count and everything's fine.
And I'm not so sure that he can grab. So what you got to do now, if you're a trainer, the way you taught him in the gym is you don't want to go grab because you might leave yourself open. Move your head when he comes to you, then you grab him.
And he just turns that hook up top, and it does damage. Solid, accurate shot. That hook by Anderson. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Solid right by Anderson. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Brooks's effort has been admirable, but I don't think he's getting the results he would like to get here. He's tiring himself.
Yeah, what I think's starting to happen here, Joe, we saw him throwing a lot of punches, but not real effective punches. I'm wondering now, he's ahead right now in this part of the fight, but I'm wondering if he's getting discouraged because it didn't have the effect on his opponent he wanted it to.
3 minutes gone by in this round. Round number 4 is underway. Teddy's got it a clean sweep. Brooks is just not throwing many jabs here tonight, Teddy. I know that really bothers you. You like a guy that commits to the jab, don't you?
Well, that's boxing 101. I mean, that's the fundamentals, and it has so many areas where it serves you. I mean, it sets up your punches, it sets up your offense, but it controls your defense. Keeps a guy at a certain distance, gives the guy something to think about. Just the most basic thing in the world.
Huge right hand comes crashing home. The combo lands upstairs. Brooks has got to do a better job. He is getting rocked. That's a bitter hook by Brooks. Good work defensively by Anderson. Plus, he landed that counterpunch.
Yeah, and he forced him to punch. He made him, he drew it out of him, and then he timed him beautifully.
Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Anderson staying away from trouble. He's out there on the outside. What a forceful hook by Anderson. Good right hand by Anderson. Brooks' inability to get away from his opponent's right hand is costing him.
He continues to pull straight back, and he's still in the path of the punch.
Fourth round now with its last 10 seconds. Double jab by Anderson. This has been a hotly contested war throughout, and you just have a sense that it's going to end at any moment in these later rounds.
Yeah, these guys are not saving anything. They're going for broke right from the beginning.
Zoning in with the overhand left. Right to the head with that right. What impact from that uppercut by Brooks. Brooks' right hand working well that time. He scored well. A nice, crisp hook after a fine defensive effort. Could this be the start of a big comeback? He went from owning this fight to now nearly down and out.
You know, that's what makes boxing so great. Yeah, you can come back just like that. One punch at the right time. That was at the right time.
And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. Targets the hook after blocking that shot. Brooks is finding out right now that this counter-punching style is not getting the results he needs in these middle rounds. What is the answer?
Well, when a guy's not coming in and walking in, you can't counterpunch. I mean, he's not giving you the kind of turf that you need. Now you have to find a way to create your offense, to lead a little bit. That starts with the jab, getting off first.
Not getting it done with that straight right hand.
Work the body.
And now he's targeting upstairs. Coming to the end of round number 5, last 10 seconds. The start of the 6th round. Anderson's out there for another round in a fight that he's been in complete control of so far. Oh, and a crushing hook just gets right to him. He's jumping all over him now. Anderson's nailed by that shot. Absolutely rocked. He could go down here, Teddy.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
Keep moving.
Oh, good defense there. That was a fine block by Anderson. Anderson's really making some boxing purists out there put a smile on their face because his defense has been stellar. I mean, so fundamentally sound.
Yeah, well, that's why he always goes rounds, and that's why people think he has an iron chin. I don't know if he has an iron chin because the chin never gets touched. He's a guy that's always going rounds because his defense is so good.
Up top with the quick hook. Brooks' movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. Anderson's right hand scores well. A clean, big hook to the head by Brooks. Right hand downstairs. What a good counter punch by Anderson. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Brooks.
Need to keep that head moving.
And round 6 comes to an end. Anderson's in a position now where he should be able to bring home a win. If things stay the way they are, he's clearly headed towards a win.
Yeah, I have my head on my scorecard, but he has to make sure he doesn't, like in football, go into that defense. If he starts just moving, just staying away a little bit, now the things that were keeping his opponent from coming in that front door, well, guess what? They're not there no more. His opponent could get back into this fight.
Great job of protecting himself. He's keeping his guard up very, very well. Teddy, does it help to have the speed that he has?
Sure. Anytime you have speed and you can put it into the equation where whatever you're doing, it has to be technically right, but now you put speed, you're doing it even better. You're doing it at a higher level.
A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. He scores with the jab. Targets his opponent after blocking a shot. At the halfway point of round 7. Anderson is being smart on the outside. And now he's acting like a fighter. Coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. See how he targets that hook? Not hitting his mark there, going upstairs. Resourceful hook by Anderson. Anderson's right hand did a nice job that time. That worked well for him. Took a shot. Now he gives a left. Start of round number 8. A look at Teddy's scorecard. It's easy to see. Anderson's in prime form tonight. He's out punching his opponent consistently.
Yeah, it's easy to see why he's using that jab. That jab is opening the door to a lot of things.
Brooks is throwing a lot of punches right here, but not a lot of them are landing.
And that can be very discouraging to the guy who's throwing them because he's working, but he's starting to get a little frustrated, a little concerned that he's not doing damage, as you said.
That's a stinging right hand by Anderson.
Come on, cover up.
If there was a baseball umpire around, he'd call that a strikeout by Brooks. Anderson's hit by a right hand. He goes from damaged goods to defensive goods.
Yeah, because right now he's fighting on instincts. He's doing things without even thinking. Just automatic things. Things that he was taught 5 years ago, 3 years ago, that maybe he thought about, but he didn't do. Now they're just coming out. He's just naturally surviving.
Turns over that hook and he does damage upstairs.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
Brooks has got something to think about now. He just threw a punch and had one coming right back at him. His opponent scored well with the counter. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Good job. It was sudden, it was fast, it was direct by Brooks. Clean and crisp. That is the way to describe the punching we've seen out of him tonight. Not much left in this fight. Teddy, not much doubt as to who's controlling it.
No, a triangle is better than a square. Why? More size. And he has shown me a lot of size. Given angles, counter punching, working inside, working outside. That's why he's the man.
Body shot, body shot.
Good job with the left hand. It was sudden, it was fast, it was direct by Anderson. Anderson's opponent's probably looking at him right now saying, wow, you're not changing anything up. You know, he got to him moments ago. Now, he's got the same style that he's looking at again.
Yeah, but he got to him moments ago. Got to him. One time. I think right now it's too early to all of a sudden throw everything out the window. But look for an adjustment if things don't change. If he can't get away from those punches, if he keeps having problems, he gets stunned again, then you might have to look for a change. You might have to make a change if you're going to survive.
Oh, and there you go. Wow, he goes down again.
This is going to report the elevator fight. Up and down all night.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Brooks's corner needs to really get to their man after this round. They need to treat him after that knockdown. They also need to give him some sound advice. What's the advice you give him?
Well, first of all, if they're going to get the chance to get to him, he better move his head. But the advice I would give him is, hey, you go out this next round and you kill some time. Tie him up a little bit right from the beginning. Don't worry about losing the early part of the fight or the early part of the round. Just get yourself back together.
He just missed that shot up top. Brooks is in a cycle right now that's not paying off for him. He has been busy. Yes, he's committed to trying to be on the attack, but not enough of these punches are landing.
Now, I would not call this guy in, from what I've seen, to paint my house. Because, I mean, this guy looks like he paints graffiti boards. I mean, he's just throwing stuff in there, like you said, and it's just, it's not making the picture you want to see. It's not accurate. It's not effective.
They meet up one more time. The last round has arrived. Brooks is absorbing a hook. A well-placed left hand up top. Missed the target with that hook. Brooks's left landing well. Back and forth exchange. That could set up things to come there, that jab by Anderson. Here's one for you now, he says, right back with the left hand. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Brooks. Look at that. Can he beat the count? I don't think so here, Teddy.
Now I know where they got that saying, falling like a sack of potatoes.
One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And it's over. Look at this. Brooks is unable to continue. This fight is over. Knockout.
Ladies and gentlemen, by knockouts, your winner, the Warrior.
So here we are late in the fight, just coasting along, and then that happens.
And that's exactly why it happened, because he was coasting along. Everybody was comfortable. Everybody thought nothing big's going to happen. We're going to wrap it up.